Hey everyone, it's your friend Mitch, and I gotta say, in all honesty, I am loving the CBD oil. Put that under my tongue. Stuff is great. No joke, no lie. Um, so for this video, I wanted to show you. I did some of the coffee making videos before, and then this one, I'm going to be using a different brand of coffee. I was using the Madre Labs instant coffee with the cordyceps and reishi powder. That's a little more convenient because it's already powderized. But I want to put a little bit more effort into this one. So I'm going to I'll show you here the water distiller machine that I'm using. So I use the electricity, the water distiller, let it collect in this glass, and then I can just turn the spout whenever I need water. So I use the reverse osmosis to put inside the water distiller, and then just press a button on it, turn it on, power it up, heats it up, evaporates it, condenses it, and precipitates down to sort of like the hydrological cycle of nature. So boom, make that boom homemade water. Pretty much, it costs about 15 cents a gallon basically. So I can. And that's going to be better quality, in my opinion, than most of the water that you would get at these stores, anyways. Because most of that's not as purified as that is. So I'll be using that water with the Longevity Now coffee beans. So let me show you that. All right. So this is the Longevity Now. Dark longevity coffee, dark roast, organic, low acid, mycotoxin free, antioxidant rich, superfood coffee beans. I gotta say, it's nice to have time to make some videos. Seriously, no joke, no lie. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard with my schedule just to have time to make videos. So I'm just glad to be able to do this. Seriously, okay. So I'll make the most of this time. Alright, so let me grab, so I got the coffee beans here, haven't even opened them. Here's the CBD oil that I've been using, this stuff is great. And here is the little kitchen gadget that I'm using for brewing teas and loose leaf teas, and also for cold brewing coffees. Or I could also do hot brewed coffees with them as well. This is some of the in here is some of the yerba mate that I had from my the last time I made it. I'm just gonna dump this out. Okay, so now I'm gonna need to grind up these coffee beans first, so that way I can put them in this metal mesh strainer here. So I'm gonna open this up. I've never tried this type of coffee before, but I do look forward to it. I'm gonna do a 24-hour cold brew process. So it's gonna take a whole day, but I'm willing to put the time in and the effort in to experience something new. Whoa, it looks like this one is really sealed up really tightly. So I can figure this out. First time I tried to open this particular brand up. They got this one really sealed up for sure. I wonder why. Well, I suppose I could use a knife. That would help. Okay, so I'll do that then. Alright, so I got this knife here. See if this helps. I gotta sort of be careful. I'll cut myself a few times. Wonder why it's sealed like that. Maybe it's really good. Oh wait, here we go. Damn, the way they got this sealed, it must be like really good. haven't yet smelled it. Well, I suppose for the sake of time, I will cut through it. Okay, so then I'll do that. I'll just cut through it. Alright, being careful not to lose any of it. Alright, there we go, got it. Okay, got the seal off. Well, alright, so now, first time ever, I'm gonna smell some of these coffee beans. Woo! Wow. Alright, well, I will start a cold brew process. I'm gonna be using a blender to blend them up, blend up the coffee beans. Got my blender right there. It's already cleaned out, it's fine. So I'm gonna pour some of these longevity coffee roast beans in here so I can grind them up. Whoa, interesting coffee beans, for sure. Put a little bit more in there. Alright, that should be enough. Start off with that. And I'll make sure I seal it up because I know that they're sort of oxygen and light sensitive, so that's why I'll seal up the bag. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, so there's the coffee beans. Here's the top of the blender. Could use a coffee grinder, but instead I'm just going to be using a blender since that's what I got. So just use the tools I got. Make sure it's plugged in. Alright. I'm just gonna put this down so you can sort of see what I'm doing. Okay, so now I blend these up, like I said. Grind them, blend, grind. It's also the same, you know. Alright, so now there's some ground up coffee beans, and I'm going to be using this metal strainer right here to making sure all the liquids out of that container to avoid cross-contamination. Okay, this should be fine. Alright, so I'm going to insert that there. And then put some of the coffee beans. Whoa. Very, very, very interesting aroma, no doubt. Alright, so I will put some of these in here. And this is going to be the beginning of a 24-hour cold brew process. Here, I'll try to make it so you can see better. Okay, so I'm using this here, this here. Okay, so pretty much got a couple beads in there. Now I'm going to be using the water distiller machine water. Let's see here. This is the water that I made. I trust its safety. Personally, I drink this. I trust it. Alright, so now I'm going to open this up, let some water flow in. Use the force of gravity there. will always have the force of gravity no matter what happens in the world. Alright, so filling it up there. Alright, so close that, put this back. So I can make more of this, use it for other recipes, teas, coffees, smoothies, whatever, anything, plants, feeding plants, for myself, drinking, for other people. Okay, so now I'm going to put this, which has the ground up coffee beans, into here. Oh, it looks like it might overflow, so I'm going to dump a little bit of water out. Alright, so now I'll try it again. Alright, looks like that fits. Alright, excellent. So you can already see that some of the coffee beans are sort of solubilizing in that water. So there's a way I could also sort of speed up that process as well if I use a tool. And let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Alright, so here is a bamboo tool that I use in recipes. You could see in one of my last ones I use this like all the time. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna be sort of pressing on it a little bit, and that's gonna solubilize the coffee beans into the water a little bit more, so you can see how it's changing color. I'm going to give this a good 24 hours, so when I'm done with this video tomorrow, probably about the same time, I'm going to pour some out in a cup and taste it. Wow, I already see how it completely changed the color of the water. Wow. Interesting aroma. Alright, that seems like it should probably be alright. Okay, so now I'm gonna put a seal on here, seal it up to prevent the oxidation from the atmosphere. And I'm just gonna put it in the cabinet, and then tomorrow, next day, boom, it's ready. So now I'll clean up my mess. I'll put the coffee beans back into the cabinet. I'm gonna put this huge glass water container back under the water distiller machine. That seems, the way the world's going now, that seems like it's a pretty important thing to always have access to clean water. Now that I have that technology, I no longer need to buy it at any store. So, I mean, that for me, that's been an advancement and an accomplishment. And I used it, as you saw, with the Longevity Now coffee, which is a type of coffee that I have not tried yet. It smells really good. So when the cold brew process is done, then I intend on making another video where I pour it into a cup and you can see me drink it. You can see my live reaction. Total honesty there. Alright, and there's also, I'm also going to be making some more videos. So stay tuned. I'll keep posting these. I appreciate your time. I hope that you learned something from these videos. Because having skills is definitely important. Having skills is like, I mean, if I didn't know how to do that, then tomorrow I wouldn't have had the coffee. I mean, I used to work at like years ago. I worked at Starbucks as a barista. That's what my job was. I made coffee drinks for people, and I mean, now I've sort of moved on from that, and now I do it myself, and don't do I do more like homemade type stuff, and there's stuff that I make. There are times where I do go to the store, and because to be totally self-sufficient is like not that easy to. I mean, it could be done. It is possible, but it does require the use of tools and electricity and the energy. And so, like, that's why I'm back in the matrix, using the tools, using the technologies, using what I can to still put in more information out there. So, like, I mean, but I still spend time in nature too. Like last night, I went to the park. Um, so, I mean, it makes things a lot easier. But even in the matrix, you still got to know how to navigate it. You still got to know what products are worth buying. What do you want to get at the store? What recipes are you going to make? What technologies are you going to invest in? As for me, I decided that a water distiller would have been a great investment due to how much I can purify the water, and no longer have to go out to the store and spend money on that. Now I can do teas and coffees and yerba mates and all sorts of stuff without even leaving. I mean, and isn't that really all what we're trying to get towards? Is where we can make stuff, do homemade things, and not have to leave that much. I mean, that's something to aim for. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's good to get out. I do. It's good to get that sunlight, and no doubt. But it's really, I found out it's really about a balance between what I call the matrix, which is all the streets, buildings, roads, all the stuff that's been designed and created, but put here, but put here with a purpose too. It was put here with a purpose. It was meant to be used. The technologies are meant to be used. It's not. We don't have to be slaves to the machine. It's only how we use the machines. I mean, so if we're smart, we can figure out how to navigate this thing and get through this. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.